In this world as it is today, there's so much competition. There's so much individual thinking. There's so much fear around losing ourselves, losing something by joining the collective, by joining community, by joining another, by teaming up together. There's so much emphasis on individual success, on individual win, that's something that you must accomplish or you haven't accomplished anything. You must have individual success or you have no success. And that's something that really needs to be shifted in this world, or can be shifted if we're open to it. Because the thing is that what we're underestimating, what we don't see, is that there is so much power when two people come together. There's so much power when a community comes together. Because the thing is that each individual person is a creator. They're a part of the creation of the life experience that's going on as we speak. And so if one individual is such a powerful creator, imagine what can happen when two creators, two people come together and create something. Imagine the power when 5 people come together and they create something. Imagine the power when the world comes together and creates something. And so this is something we need to always be aware of, is our power, is our ability to collaborate and co-create. And collaboration should never be something to be afraid of. It's only the individual ego that suffers when there's a team success. Because there's something about us that wants to stand out. There's something about us that wants to have it all for ourselves. But this doesn't have to be that way. That's out of fear. That's a fear mentality that there's not enough for everyone. That there's not enough success. That there's not enough achievements to go around. That there's not enough money. There's not enough resources. There's not enough anything for everyone. That comes out of that. But when we realize that there is enough, period, there is enough resources, there is enough success, there is enough achievement, there is enough whatever we want for everyone. And we have to realize that, because when we know that, when we're grounded and rooted in that fact that there's enough for everyone, that everyone can win, we've developed in our society a little bit of this mentality of I win or you win. There can only be one. And there's places in nature where this can be true. But human beings have the unique ability to rise above this mentality. And we have this opportunity to open up to another way of being. And this way of being provides so much more of what we're looking for. That which you crave, that which you want, that which you suffer without, that is available to you in community, in connection, in collaboration. That's available to you when you realize and you make a fact, make a belief inside of yourself that everyone can win. That we can all get what we're looking for. We can all have what we truly desire in our heart. When we realize this, we're not afraid of anyone else's success. We're not afraid of someone else having what they want, because it doesn't threaten, it doesn't take away from what we have or what we want. When we operate from the mentality that only some can win, then it creates a society, it creates type action, it creates results that make everyone feel like, oh, only some people won and can win, of course. But that's why there's a whole perspective shift that's needed, because once we realize and reroute ourselves into the fact that everyone can win, everyone can be happy, everyone can contribute and be receiving and contributed to. Once we redesign our perspective with that, then we'll start to see the results that provide evidence for that belief. Because right now, of course, when you don't believe it, you don't see it. But once we start to really believe that, and we start to weave that into our way of acting in the world and our way of being in the world, we'll start to see the results of that more and more. So that's what is so beautiful, and that's what there's to be shared with you today, is that there is power in collaboration. There's power in coming together. That if you have a dream that you've always wanted to come true, join with another and see if you can make that happen. Pair up with another human being and share them your vision. Share them your desires. Because when one person has a dream or a vision or a desire, that's one power of creation. When you share that dream and that vision with someone else, that's two creators putting their energy and power of creation into creating that dream, that opportunity. And when you share it with more, when you share your dreams, your beliefs, your mission with more and more and more and more people, and you ask them to join you, it becomes more and more powerful. That's what we call a movement. When one person has a perspective and point of view that they want to share with the world, and they do, and people become swept up in that, and then it becomes a movement, and then it becomes powerful, and it becomes so hard to stop, so hard to ignore, because one person can do a lot, but many people can be unstoppable. So it's really important at this time for us to support each other. That's what's needed. And there's a really big shift needed around this mentality of everyone for themselves. Because it's not serving us. You can keep it if you'd like. If you don't agree, that's okay. But it's not bringing us happiness. It's not bringing us fulfillment. It's not bringing us that easing of that ache in your heart. And what can bring that ease is opening up to the fact that this world was created for all of us. Nature is here for all of us, every being. And when we realize that, we can't lose. Because when we have each other, when we're together, so many of the things that go wrong or that we suffer from in our society don't happen when there's community, when there's connection, when there's togetherness. So I invite you today, this is an invitation, to consider that perspective, to consider analyzing your own beliefs. Where in your life do you think that only one person can win? Only some can have what they want, and some can't. And I'm not saying that we don't see this in society. We do. But that's because of the belief, and because we've created a society with that belief as the root. And when you create a society from that individual, everyone for themselves mentality, this is the result that we get, what we see today. So really, it's hard. It's hard to change a society's roots when it's already grown into a tree. So what I say to you now is the first step in getting there is by looking at yourself. For us to look within and to examine my beliefs. What do I contribute to society? What vision, what belief do I have that's contributing to either a world where everyone's for themselves or a world where everyone can win and everyone can have what they truly desire and need? So we can't forget that we have power. Don't forget that you have power. You have an ability to make a mark in this world. Because every person is a creator. Every person creates a small part of this large creation that we live in, this large world that we live in. So don't underestimate your power. The power of your mind, the power of your beliefs, the power of your vision, and what you see the world can be, and how you think that the world can operate. And always know, if you don't like what you're seeing, if you don't like what you're experiencing, you can shift it. You can change that belief. And that can create different results in the world. You can begin to see the evidence of that out inside the world. So never forget the power of one. The power of one to create a new world. But never forget that if one is so powerful, how powerful is many. Never be afraid to share your dreams, to share your mission, to share what you want to do, to collaborate. It's not easy always, because every human being is different, and everyone has their own mission and vision of this world. But just know that what you have to offer is worth it. What you have to offer this world is needed. And we don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. So that's the message to share today. Is that there is so much power in coming together, in joining forces, in building an army towards something good. So just consider this. Consider where you can collaborate, where you can join with another, and where you can create more power, more of your vision, more of your dreams, more of what you want to see in this world. And how you can do that in your own beliefs and in your own mind, and how you can do that with others. Because when we come together, anything is possible. And that's truly a real reality. And it's only for us to believe it, for it to be true.